Week 10 fantasy football preview, elite fantasy football style. Hello, Thomas.
What's going on, Ryan?
We are starting to wind down.
4 weeks left.
4 weeks left. The last three are huge.
And it's razor thin currently. Everybody is neck and neck.
Yes, it is. Without further delay, let's go ahead and break into this week's matchups.
Okay. We're going to go with the first matchup here. We got Bunk versus the Buffalo Tots. Bunk is currently 4-5. The Tots are 5-4. The all-time matchup is 4-4. With that being said, I think that the Tots are in a downward trend right now. No real good wide receivers to write home about, and a really bad tight end. So with that being said, I'm going with Bunkin' Ain't Easy by 15.
You know, I would say anything would be a downward spiral this year because I haven't seen, since we've been doing this for 9 years now, the bracket's so tight, you know, and we went over this a little bit last year. The games this week, you know, played into effect. Nobody really moved much.
Yeah.
You know, so everybody, again, is still in it. I'm going to take the Tots here by only 3.
And the Tots are still control their own destiny. They are in first place. They have the head-to-head. So they kind of need that to get in.
Right.
We're going to move on now to our next matchup. We have the 6-3 CBs versus the 3-6 Slap 'em to Sleep. This is obviously a first-time matchup. For myself, I believe I'm going to go with the CBs here by 20.
I'm going to go CBs by 22.
20 or 22?
22.
Okay. The next matchup here, we have the 5-4 primetime versus the 6-3 Refuse to Lose. And this matchup's currently 5-2 all time in favor of primetime. Because of that reason, I'm going to go with Refuse to Lose here only by 8.
I like Refuse to Lose here, too. I think the two best teams currently, and this may be a long shot, but I think the two best teams is on the FC Refuse to Lose and on the NFC CBs currently at this time. So I'm going to take Refuse to Lose to win this by 18.
Yeah, I think you would find it hard for anybody to argue that about those two teams.
Yeah.
Injuries would be one of the things that would change it, and I'm obviously not rooting for that because it'll backfire. Next up, we have the 4-5 Bulldogs versus the 6-3 Fear the Turtle. Fear the Turtle leads this series 7-3 all time, and although I switched it on the last one, I think that trend will continue. I'm taking Fear by 15.
This is going to be my upset special of the week. I like the Bulldogs here by only 2.
Okay, good call. Next up, we have the 5-4 Cooley versus the 5-4 White Lightning Black Hammer. Again, it's going to matter to either one of these teams. First time meeting. And because I think it's so close, I'm going with Cooley by half a point.
You know, White Lightning Black Hammer has thrown up some points the last couple weeks. I like them. I think they dominate this game and they win by 47.
All right. We are going with the next matchup. We got the Washington Fantasy Football Team versus Hawk Stars. The fantasy team is 3-6. The Hawk Stars are 4-5. I again think this one. Timeout. The all-time series is 5-2 in favor of the Hawk Stars. I am going to take the Hawk Stars to win by 1.5 points.
And I like the Foreskins by 1.5 points.
Our next matchup is the 2-7 Slam Bammers versus the 4-5 Child's Play. I did actually in the all-time series is Child's Play 2-1, which I don't know how that's possible. That got mixed into an old team because they wouldn't have already played.
It doesn't matter.
What Ryan said, he's correct. I looked into it, and because of buys here, I'm going to take the Slam Bammers by 14.5.
Childs plays on a 3-game winning streak. I'm going to stick with that streak. He wins this by only 6.
Our last matchup of the week is the 5-4 Funny Guy versus the 5-4 Thug Nasty. Funny Guy leads this series 5-3 all time. I am going to take Funny Guy here to win by 7.
And I hope you're right, but I'm going to take Thug by 15.
Wow.
Okay, guys, I forgot to update the ad drops on Sunday night. I will do that probably tonight because everything is locked down right now on waivers. So this is actually the better day to do it. If I don't get to it, I apologize. I'll get to it sometime this week, but I will do my best to get it done tonight. Once again, to view that yourself, go on the website, league, click league, down to transactions, and then click your team, and it'll break it all down for you.
Just to piggyback before we sign off for this week, if Ryan doesn't send it out and you think you're close, look to his last one that he sent out, and you can go on there and figure out yourself. You have 16. If you go over 16, we're going to catch it. Somebody else in the league's going to catch it, and we're going to take it from you anyway. So it's just better to look so we don't have to go through that process.
And look, guys, we've been doing this for 9 years now. Don't be that guy that does it every year. I mean, no ad drops in the playoffs. There'll be somebody that does it this year. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Don't be him.
And it just saves me and Ryan a step from blocking you from doing it, to just trust everybody not to do it. Week 13 is the last week. When you go in the playoffs, you can't do it. And like I said, it's not like it's not going to be caught, so you're just wasting your time. We're going to catch it. It's impossible.
Sam Adams had a few more Oktoberfest left over. I know we're in November, but we said we'll go ahead and take it.
October was a good month.
Over and out. We'll see you next week.